Hi there, it's Jessica Rosing with your Coming Alive tip of the day. Today I wanted to talk a bit about emotions and triggers. And just to start off with, to maybe discuss a little bit about what is a trigger. And the way that I identify triggers is when there's an intense emotional reaction to some sort of stimulus in my environment, usually an interaction with some other individual or groups of people. And so when these triggers occur, it's when there's intense kind of emotions, and we can kind of relate to that experience of things feeling a little bit more irrational, or maybe we're even feeling like out of control, less able to make clear decisions during those times. And one of the key points that can tip us off that a trigger is happening is when the emotional reaction is disproportionate to what the actual situation was or is. And so what we really want to look at then is what is happening behind that trigger. And so kind of first off, needing to be able to take ourselves out of those situations so that we're able to come to a place where we can think and express ourselves in more of a clear way. And during that time, wanting to gain a better understanding of like what is the trigger about? What is this actually really connected to? If it's not really this specific situation alone, because like I said, our response is greater than what really did happen, then what usually from the past is this connected to? And it's usually some sort of experience, and it doesn't even have to be the exact same sort of experience, but it's a sort of feeling sense of an experience that connects us to something within our body or a memory related to what's happening in the current moment. And so that's really helpful, because let's just say we're really angry with someone because they did something, because now we're triggered. What we're saying is it's not really all about this other person. There's some of our own stuff over here from the past that we would want to look at to gain a better understanding of what sorts of needs there are that we need to address still. While at the same time, when we're triggered, like I said, being able to bring ourselves back to some sort of a coherent space that we can really think through, okay, what's happening? How are we really feeling? And what do we really need when it comes to now expressing this, if we're going to, with someone else, so that now we can kind of work through what really did happen. And sometimes that conversation is going to include really, there's not a lot that the other person needs to change or do differently. And it's mostly just kind of our own stuff. But other times it doesn't mean, just because it's a trigger doesn't mean has nothing to do with what the other person really did do. So being able to be in a calm enough space, and a centered and grounded enough space so we can talk through what really did happen and how we want things to maybe look in the future. So that's about it for today. There's so much more that I can say on emotions and on triggers, but we'll leave it at that, and wishing you a wonderful rest of your day.